Chapter 4: Cybernetics in Biology and Medicine, Biological Control Systems, Feedback Loops in Physiological Processes. In the realm of biological systems, feedback loops play a fundamental role in maintaining homeostasis and regulating physiological processes. These loops are essential mechanisms through which organisms maintain internal stability despite external fluctuations. They operate on the principle of feedback control, where the output of a system influences its own activity through a cycle of sensing, evaluation, and adjustment. One of the most illustrative examples of feedback loops in physiology is the regulation of blood glucose levels. The human body maintains blood glucose within a narrow range through the actions of insulin and glucagon, hormones produced by the pancreas. When blood glucose levels rise after a meal, beta cells in the pancreas release insulin. Insulin facilitates the uptake of glucose by cells, particularly muscle and liver cells, where it is stored as glycogen. This process lowers blood glucose levels back to the normal range. Conversely, when blood glucose levels fall during fasting, alpha cells in the pancreas secrete glucagon. Glucagon triggers the conversion of glycogen back into glucose in the liver, raising blood glucose levels to a stable state. This negative feedback loop ensures that glucose levels remain balanced, providing cells with a consistent supply of energy. Another critical feedback loop in physiological processes is the regulation of body temperature. The hypothalamus, a region in the brain, acts as the body's thermostat. It detects changes in body temperature through sensory inputs from thermoreceptors located in the skin and other parts of the body. If the body temperature deviates from the set point, around 37 degrees Celsius or 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, the hypothalamus initiates responses to restore balance. When body temperature rises, the hypothalamus activates mechanisms such as sweating and vasodilation, widening of blood vessels, to dissipate heat. Conversely, when body temperature drops, it triggers shivering and vasoconstriction, narrowing of blood vessels, to conserve heat. This negative feedback loop ensures that body temperature remains within a range that is optimal for enzymatic and cellular functions. Hormonal regulation through the endocrine system also exemplifies feedback loops. The hypothalamic pituitary adrenal HPA axis, for instance, regulates the body's response to stress. In response to stress signals, the hypothalamus releases corticotropin-releasing hormone, CRH, which stimulates the pituitary gland to secrete adrenocorticotropic hormone, ACTH. ACTH then prompts the adrenal glands to produce cortisol, a stress hormone. Elevated cortisol levels provide feedback to the hypothalamus and pituitary gland, inhibiting further release of CRH and ACTH. This negative feedback loop prevents excessive production of cortisol and helps the body return to a state of equilibrium after the stressor has passed. Positive feedback loops, though less common, also play important roles in physiological processes. One notable example is the process of blood clotting. When a blood vessel is damaged, platelets adhere to the site of injury and release chemicals that attract more platelets. This accumulation of platelets and the release of clotting factors amplify the response, leading to the formation of a blood clot that seals the wound. This positive feedback loop is crucial for rapidly stopping blood loss and initiating the healing process. In childbirth, a positive feedback loop involving the hormone oxytocin facilitates labor. During labor, uterine contractions push the baby towards the cervix. This pressure is sensed by stretch receptors in the cervix, which signal the hypothalamus to release oxytocin from the pituitary gland. Oxytocin enhances uterine contractions, which further increase pressure on the cervix, leading to more oxytocin release. This cycle continues until the baby is born. The positive feedback loop ensures that labor progresses efficiently and culminates in delivery. The regulation of blood pressure is another vital example of a feedback loop in physiological processes. Baroreceptors located in the walls of blood vessels, such as the carotid arteries and aorta, detect changes in blood pressure. When blood pressure rises, baroreceptors send signals to the brainstem, which responds by activating the parasympathetic nervous system and inhibiting the sympathetic nervous system. This leads to a decrease in heart rate and dilation of blood vessels, lowering blood pressure. Conversely, when blood pressure drops, the brainstem increases sympathetic activity and reduces parasympathetic activity, resulting in increased heart rate and vasoconstriction to raise blood pressure. This negative feedback loop helps maintain stable blood pressure, ensuring adequate blood flow to organs and tissues. In summary, feedback loops are fundamental to the regulation of physiological processes in biological systems. They operate through intricate mechanisms that monitor and adjust various bodily functions, maintaining homeostasis and responding to internal and external changes. These loops, whether negative or positive, ensure that the body's internal environment remains stable and conducive to life, highlighting the intricate and dynamic nature of biological regulation. Cybernetic models of the nervous system. The nervous system is a prime example of a complex biological network that can be effectively modeled using cybernetic principles. Cybernetic models of the nervous system emphasize the dynamic interactions between neurons, the flow of information, and the regulatory mechanisms that maintain functional stability and adaptability. These models provide insights into how the nervous system processes information, responds to stimuli, and maintains homeostasis. At the core of cybernetic models is the concept of feedback loops, which are fundamental to the operation of the nervous system. Neurons communicate through synapses, where the release of neurotransmitters either excites or inhibits postsynaptic neurons. This interaction forms the basis of neural circuits that perform specific functions, such as sensory processing, motor control, and cognitive activities. Feedback loops are integral to these circuits, enabling the nervous system to adjust its responses based on internal and external conditions. One prominent example of a feedback mechanism in the nervous system is the regulation of muscle activity through the stretch reflex. When a muscle is stretched, sensory receptors called muscle spindles detect this change and send signals via afferent neurons to the spinal cord. This sensory input triggers a reflex arc, wherein motor neurons send signals back to the muscle, causing it to contract and counteract the stretch. This negative feedback loop helps maintain muscle tone and posture, allowing the body to adapt to changes in load and position. Cybernetic models also illuminate the role of feedback in sensory systems. For instance, in the visual system, the process of edge detection relies on feedback mechanisms within the retina and visual cortex. Photoreceptors in the retina respond to light, generating signals that are processed by various types of retinal neurons. These neurons interact through excitatory and inhibitory synapses, creating patterns of activity that highlight edges and contrasts in the visual scene. Feedback from higher-order visual areas further refines these signals, enhancing the perception of shapes and movement. This interplay of feed-forward and feedback processes allows for the accurate and adaptive interpretation of visual information. The concept of homeostasis, a key cybernetic principle, is also crucial in understanding the nervous system. Homeostasis refers to the maintenance of a stable internal environment, and the nervous system plays a central role in regulating various physiological parameters. For example, the hypothalamus monitors and regulates body temperature, hunger, thirst, and circadian rhythms. It integrates signals from throughout the body and orchestrates appropriate responses to maintain equilibrium. In temperature regulation, thermoreceptors in the skin and hypothalamus detect changes in body temperature. The hypothalamus then activates mechanisms such as sweating, shivering, and blood vessel dilation or constriction to restore normal temperature. Homeostasis in biological systems. Homeostasis is a fundamental concept in biology that refers to the ability of an organism to maintain a stable internal environment despite external fluctuations. This dynamic equilibrium is crucial for the proper functioning of cells and organs and involves a complex interplay of regulatory mechanisms that detect and respond to changes in the internal and external environment. One of the most well-known examples of homeostasis is the regulation of body temperature in humans and other mammals. The body's temperature is maintained around a set point of 37 degrees Celsius, 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, through the actions of the hypothalamus, which acts as a thermostat. When body temperature deviates from this set point, the hypothalamus triggers physiological responses to correct the imbalance. For instance, if the body temperature rises due to external heat or physical exertion, the hypothalamus stimulates sweating and vasodilation, processes that help dissipate heat. Conversely, when body temperature drops in cold environments, the hypothalamus induces shivering and vasoconstriction to generate and conserve heat. These responses illustrate how feedback mechanisms are essential for maintaining thermal homeostasis. Another critical aspect of homeostasis is the regulation of blood glucose levels. Blood glucose is the primary source of energy for cells, and its concentration must be tightly controlled. The pancreas plays a central role in this process by secreting insulin and glucagon, hormones that have opposing effects on blood glucose levels. After a meal, blood glucose levels rise, prompting the pancreas to release insulin. Insulin facilitates the uptake of glucose by cells, especially in the liver and muscles, where it is stored as glycogen. This lowers blood glucose levels to a normal range. During fasting or between meals, blood glucose levels fall, and the pancreas releases glucagon. Glucagon stimulates the conversion of glycogen back into glucose in the liver, raising blood glucose levels. This hormonal regulation exemplifies how the body maintains glucose homeostasis through a balance of opposing forces. The maintenance of pH balance in the blood is another vital homeostatic process. The pH of blood is kept within a narrow range, 7.35 to 7.45, by the bicarbonate buffering system, respiratory regulation, and renal function. When the pH deviates from this range, various mechanisms are activated to restore balance. For instance, if blood pH drops, acidosis, the respiratory system responds by increasing the rate and depth of breathing, expelling more carbon dioxide, which reduces acidity. The kidneys also contribute by excreting hydrogen ions and reabsorbing bicarbonate, further neutralizing excess acid. Conversely, if the blood pH rises, alkalosis, the respiratory rate decreases, retaining carbon dioxide, which increases acidity. These intricate mechanisms demonstrate the body's capacity to regulate its internal environment and maintain pH homeostasis. Electrolyte balance is another crucial aspect of homeostasis. Electrolytes, such as sodium, potassium, and calcium, are vital for various physiological functions, including nerve conduction, muscle contraction, and fluid balance. The kidneys play a key role in regulating electrolyte levels by filtering blood and adjusting the reabsorption or excretion of these ions. For example, when blood sodium levels are high, the kidneys excrete more sodium in the urine. Conversely, when sodium levels are low, the kidneys conserve sodium. Hormones like aldosterone and antidiuretic hormone ADH modulate these processes, ensuring that electrolyte levels remain within their optimal ranges. Homeostasis also extends to the regulation of blood pressure. The body maintains blood pressure through a combination of neural and hormonal controls. Baroreceptors located in the walls of blood vessels detect changes in blood pressure and send signals to the brainstem, which adjusts heart rate and blood vessel diameter accordingly. For example, a drop in blood pressure triggers the release of renin from the kidneys, initiating a cascade that produces angiotensin II, a potent vasoconstrictor. Angiotensin II also stimulates the release of aldosterone, which promotes sodium and water retention, increasing blood volume and pressure. This multifaceted system illustrates how the body uses feedback loops to regulate blood pressure and ensure adequate perfusion of tissues. In summary, homeostasis in biological systems involves a complex network of feedback mechanisms that maintain stability in the face of changing conditions. Whether regulating temperature, glucose levels, pH, electrolytes, or blood pressure, these processes are essential for the survival and optimal functioning of organisms. The study of homeostasis reveals the remarkable ability of biological systems to adapt and maintain balance, highlighting the intricate and dynamic nature of life. Adaptation and learning in organisms. Adaptation and learning are fundamental processes that enable organisms to survive and thrive in diverse and changing environments. These processes are driven by the ability of organisms to modify their behavior, physiology, and even structure in response to external stimuli and internal needs. Through adaptation, organisms can enhance their fitness and cope with environmental challenges, while learning allows them to acquire, retain, and utilize information from their experiences. Adaptation can occur over different timescales, from immediate physiological adjustments to long-term evolutionary changes. Immediate adaptations, often referred to as acclimatization, involve reversible changes that help an organism cope with temporary environmental changes. For example, humans living at high altitudes experience lower oxygen levels, which triggers physiological responses such as increased red blood cell production to enhance oxygen transport. This acclimatization allows individuals to function more effectively in hypoxic conditions without permanent changes to their genetic makeup. On a longer timescale, evolutionary adaptation involves changes in the genetic composition of populations over generations. These changes are driven by natural selection, where advantageous traits become more common in the population because they confer a survival or reproductive benefit. For instance, the development of antibiotic resistance in bacteria is a form of evolutionary adaptation. Bacteria that carry mutations conferring resistance to a particular antibiotic survive and reproduce more successfully in environments where that antibiotic is present, leading to the proliferation of resistant strains. Learning, on the other hand, is a process by which organisms acquire new knowledge or skills through experience. It enables individuals to adapt their behavior based on past interactions with their environment. Learning can take many forms, including habituation, sensitization, classical conditioning, and operant conditioning. Habituation is a simple form of learning where an organism reduces its response to a repeated, benign stimulus. For example, birds may initially be startled by a scarecrow, but gradually learn to ignore it when they realize it poses no threat. Classical conditioning, famously demonstrated by Pavlov's experiments with dogs, involves learning to associate a previously neutral stimulus with a significant one, eliciting a conditioned response. In Pavlov's experiments, dogs learn to associate the sound of a bell with the presentation of food, eventually salivating in response to the bell alone. Operant conditioning, explored by B.F. Skinner, involves learning through consequences, where behaviors are strengthened or weakened by rewards or punishments. This form of learning underlies many complex behaviors in animals, including humans. Neuroplasticity is a key concept in understanding learning and adaptation at the neurological level. It refers to the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. This plasticity allows the brain to adapt to new experiences, learn new information, and recover from injuries. For example, individuals who lose their sight often experience enhanced tactile and auditory abilities as their brains rewire to compensate for the loss of visual input. This demonstrates the brain's remarkable capacity for adaptation through learning. In the context of ecological interactions, behavioral adaptation and learning are crucial for survival and reproduction. Predators and prey engage in an ongoing evolutionary arms race, where both must continuously adapt to each other's strategies. Prey animals may develop behaviors such as camouflage, mimicry, or group living to evade predators. Predators, in turn, learn to recognize and exploit the weaknesses in their prey's defenses. These adaptive behaviors are often learned through trial and error, observation, and social learning, where individuals learn from the experiences of others in their group. Social learning is particularly important in species with complex social structures, such as primates, cetaceans, and certain bird species. Young individuals learn critical survival skills, social norms, and communication methods by observing and imitating older, more experienced members of their group. This type of learning ensures the transmission of knowledge and culture across generations, enhancing the adaptive capabilities of the population as a whole. In summary, adaptation and learning are essential processes that enable organisms to navigate and respond to their environments effectively. Through immediate physiological adjustments, long-term evolutionary changes, and various forms of learning, organisms can develop and refine behaviors and traits that enhance their survival and reproductive success. The interplay between genetic adaptation and experiential learning underscores the dynamic nature of life, illustrating how organisms continuously evolve and adapt in a complex and ever-changing world. Case studies of biological cybernetics. In exploring the intricate relationship between cybernetics and biological systems, several case studies highlight how cybernetic principles are applied to understand and manipulate physiological processes. One notable example is the study of homeostasis and the regulation of blood glucose levels in the human body. The feedback loops involving insulin and glucagon secretion by the pancreas exemplify a cybernetic system where the body's internal state is maintained through constant monitoring and adjustments. When blood glucose levels rise, insulin is released to facilitate glucose uptake by cells, lowering blood glucose. Conversely, when glucose levels fall, glucagon is released to stimulate glucose production in the liver, raising blood glucose. This dynamic balance is crucial for energy management and overall health. Another fascinating application of cybernetics in biology is the regulation of body temperature. The human body's ability to maintain a stable internal temperature despite external fluctuations is a classic example of homeostatic regulation. The hypothalamus acts as the control center, receiving input from temperature receptors and initiating responses such as sweating, shivering, and altering blood flow to the skin. These responses are feedback mechanisms that adjust body temperature to optimal levels, ensuring proper enzymatic and metabolic function. Cybernetic principles are also evident in the study of neural networks and brain function. The brain's plasticity, or its ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections, is a key area of research in neurocybernetics. This adaptability is essential for learning, memory formation, and recovery from injuries. Studies on brain-computer interfaces, BCIs, leverage cybernetic models to develop systems that allow direct communication between the brain and external devices. BCIs have shown promise in restoring movement and communication abilities to individuals with paralysis or severe neuromuscular disorders. By interpreting neural signals and providing real-time feedback, these systems exemplify the practical application of cybernetic principles in enhancing human capabilities. In the field of cardiovascular research, cybernetic models have been used to understand the complex regulation of heart rate and blood pressure. The baroreflex mechanism, which helps maintain stable blood pressure, involves sensors in blood vessels that detect pressure changes and send signals to the brainstem. The brainstem then adjusts heart rate and blood vessel diameter through autonomic nervous system pathways. This feedback loop ensures that blood pressure remains within a range that supports adequate tissue perfusion and overall cardiovascular health. The application of cybernetic models extends to ecological systems as well. One prominent example is the study of predator-prey dynamics. In these systems, the interactions between predators and their prey can be modeled using differential equations that describe population changes over time. These models incorporate feedback mechanisms where the population size of one species influences the population size of the other. For instance, an increase in prey population provides more food for predators, leading to an increase in predator population. However, as predator numbers grow, they consume more prey, eventually reducing the prey population. This reduction in prey leads to a decline in the predator population, demonstrating a cyclical feedback loop that maintains ecological balance. In summary, these case studies illustrate the diverse applications of cybernetic principles in understanding and managing biological systems. From the regulation of blood glucose and body temperature to neuroplasticity, cardiovascular control, and ecological interactions, cybernetic models provide valuable insights into the complex feedback mechanisms that underpin life. These studies not only advance our knowledge of biological processes, but also inspire innovative solutions to medical, environmental, and technological challenges. The integration of cybernetic principles into biological research continues to enhance our ability to comprehend and influence the natural world, demonstrating the enduring relevance and potential of cybernetics in science and engineering. Medical applications. Cybernetic principles in medical devices. The application of cybernetic principles in medical devices represents a transformative approach to healthcare, enhancing the precision, efficacy, and adaptability of medical treatments. At the heart of these advancements is the concept of feedback control, a foundational element of cybernetics that allows medical devices to monitor physiological parameters and adjust their function in real time to maintain optimal conditions. One of the most prominent examples of cybernetic principles in medical devices is the insulin pump used in the management of diabetes. Insulin pumps are designed to continuously monitor blood glucose levels through a sensor and deliver the appropriate amount of insulin to the patient. The closed-loop system, often referred to as an artificial pancreas, mimics the body's natural regulatory mechanism by adjusting insulin delivery based on feedback from glucose readings. This dynamic adjustment helps maintain blood glucose levels within the desired range, reducing the risk of hyperglycemia and hypoglycemia, and improving the quality of life for diabetic patients. Another significant application is found in cardiac pacemakers. These devices are implanted in patients with arrhythmias to regulate their heart rate. Modern pacemakers use sophisticated algorithms to detect irregular heartbeats and deliver electrical impulses to correct them. The feedback loop in pacemakers continuously monitors the heart's electrical activity and adjusts the pacing as needed, ensuring that the heart maintains a proper rhythm. This real-time adjustment is crucial for preventing complications such as stroke or heart failure in patients with severe arrhythmias. Neuroprosthetics, including cochlear implants and deep brain stimulators, also embody cybernetic principles. Cochlear implants provide a sense of sound to individuals with severe hearing loss by bypassing damaged parts of the ear and directly stimulating the auditory nerve. The device includes a microphone to pick up sound, a processor to convert it into electrical signals, and electrodes implanted in the cochlea to stimulate the auditory nerve. Feedback mechanisms allow the device to adjust to different sound environments, enhancing the user's hearing experience. Deep brain stimulators, DBS, are used to treat neurological conditions such as Parkinson's disease and essential tremor. These devices deliver electrical impulses to specific areas of the brain to modulate abnormal neural activity. The feedback in DBS systems involves monitoring the patient's symptoms and adjusting the stimulation parameters to achieve the desired therapeutic effect. This adaptability is essential for managing symptoms that can vary widely over time and among different patients. The development of smart prosthetics is another area where cybernetic principles are making a significant impact. Advanced prosthetic limbs are equipped with sensors and actuators that allow them to mimic the movement and functionality of natural limbs. These devices use feedback from muscle signals, pressure sensors, and accelerometers to adjust their movements in real time, providing a more natural and intuitive experience for the user. The integration of machine learning algorithms enables these prosthetics to learn from the user's movements and preferences, further enhancing their functionality and adaptability. In the realm of respiratory care, ventilators are vital for patients with respiratory failure. Modern ventilators use feedback control to adjust airflow and pressure based on the patient's breathing patterns. This real-time adjustment ensures that the patient receives the appropriate amount of oxygen and supports the natural breathing process. The feedback loop in ventilators helps prevent complications such as lung injury from overventilation and ensures optimal respiratory support. The concept of biofeedback is another application of cybernetic principles in medical devices. Biofeedback systems provide real-time information about physiological functions such as heart rate, muscle tension, and skin temperature. Patients can use this information to gain control over these functions, often through relaxation techniques or other behavioral interventions. Biofeedback is used to treat conditions such as chronic pain, hypertension, and anxiety disorders, empowering patients to actively participate in their own health management. In conclusion, the integration of cybernetic principles in medical devices has revolutionized healthcare by enabling precise, adaptive, and real-time management of various medical conditions. From insulin pumps and pacemakers to neuroprosthetics and ventilators, these devices leverage feedback control to monitor and adjust to the body's needs, enhancing treatment efficacy and patient outcomes. As technology continues to advance, the application of cybernetics in medicine promises to bring even more innovative solutions, improving the quality of life for patients worldwide. Development of prosthetics and implants. The development of prosthetics and implants has seen remarkable advancements over the past few decades, transforming the lives of individuals with disabilities and enhancing their ability to perform daily activities. These innovations have been driven by a combination of biomedical engineering, material science, and cybernetic principles, resulting in devices that closely mimic the functionality of natural limbs and organs. Early prosthetics were simple, mechanical devices designed primarily for basic functionality. They often lacked the ability to provide sensory feedback or precise control. However, the integration of advanced materials and technologies has revolutionized prosthetic design, making them lighter, more durable, and more responsive. Modern prosthetics now incorporate microprocessors, sensors, and actuators, enabling them to perform complex movements with greater precision. For instance, myoelectric prosthetics use electrical signals generated by the user's muscles to control the movements of the prosthetic limb. These devices offer improved dexterity and allow users to perform a wide range of tasks with greater ease and comfort. One of the significant breakthroughs in prosthetics is the development of bionic limbs. These advanced prosthetics use sophisticated algorithms and artificial intelligence to interpret neural signals from the user's nervous system. By directly interfacing with the nervous system, bionic limbs can provide a more intuitive and natural control, allowing users to move their prosthetic limbs with the same thought processes used for their natural limbs. This direct neural integration not only enhances control, but also helps in reducing the mental effort required to operate the prosthetic. In addition to functional improvements, sensory feedback is a crucial aspect of modern prosthetics. Sensory feedback systems in prosthetics provide users with information about the position, pressure, and temperature of the prosthetic limb, similar to the feedback received from natural limbs. This feedback is essential for performing delicate tasks and for the overall sense of embodiment, where users feel that the prosthetic is a part of their own body. Advances in tactile sensors and haptic feedback technology have made it possible to create prosthetics that can simulate the sensation of touch, further enhancing the user experience. The development of implants has also made significant strides, particularly in the field of cochlear implants and cardiovascular devices. Cochlear implants have restored hearing to thousands of individuals with profound hearing loss by bypassing damaged parts of the ear and directly stimulating the auditory nerve. These devices convert sound into electrical signals that the brain can interpret, allowing users to perceive sound and understand speech. The success of cochlear implants has paved the way for other neural prosthetics, such as retinal implants that aim to restore vision in individuals with retinal degeneration. Cardiovascular implants, including pacemakers and artificial hearts, have saved countless lives by regulating heart rhythms and ensuring adequate blood circulation. Pacemakers use electrical impulses to prompt the heart to beat at a normal rate, while implantable cardioverter defibrillators, ICDs, monitor heart rhythms and deliver shocks to correct life-threatening arrhythmias. The development of fully implantable artificial hearts represents a significant advancement, providing a temporary or permanent solution for patients with end-stage heart failure. These devices replicate the function of a natural heart, pumping blood throughout the body and allowing patients to live more active and fulfilling lives. The use of biocompatible materials has been another critical factor in the advancement of prosthetics and implants. These materials are designed to integrate with the body's tissues, reducing the risk of rejection and improving the longevity of the implants. Innovations in material science, such as the development of smart materials that can respond to changes in the environment, have further enhanced the performance and functionality of these medical devices. In conclusion, the development of prosthetics and implants has evolved from basic mechanical devices to highly sophisticated systems that integrate seamlessly with the human body. The application of cybernetic principles has played a crucial role in this evolution, enabling the creation of devices that offer improved control, functionality, and sensory feedback. As technology continues to advance, the future of prosthetics and implants holds the promise of even greater innovations, providing enhanced solutions for individuals with disabilities and improving their quality of life. The ongoing research and development in this field are set to push the boundaries of what is possible, paving the way for a future where prosthetic and implant technology can fully restore lost functions and even enhance human capabilities. Cybernetics in diagnostics and treatment. The integration of cybernetic principles in diagnostics and treatment has profoundly transformed the landscape of modern medicine. By utilizing feedback control systems, real-time data analysis, and adaptive algorithms, medical devices and procedures have become more precise, efficient, and personalized, significantly enhancing patient outcomes. In diagnostics, cybernetic principles are employed to continuously monitor physiological parameters and detect anomalies early. One prominent example is the use of wearable health monitors, which track vital signs such as heart rate, blood pressure, and glucose levels. These devices provide real-time feedback to patients and healthcare providers, enabling early detection of potential health issues and timely intervention. Advanced algorithms analyze the data to identify patterns and predict adverse events, allowing for proactive management of chronic conditions. Magnetic resonance imaging, MRI, and computed tomography, CT scans, have also benefited from cybernetic advancements. These imaging technologies use sophisticated software to capture detailed images of the body's internal structures. Cybernetic models assist in enhancing image clarity, reducing noise, and improving the accuracy of diagnostic interpretations. Additionally, the integration of AI algorithms with imaging technologies enables the automated detection of abnormalities, such as tumors or fractures, thereby speeding up the diagnostic process and increasing accuracy. In the treatment domain, cybernetic principles have led to the development of smart therapeutic devices that adjust their operation based on real-time feedback. One notable example is the development of smart drug delivery systems. These systems release medication in response to physiological cues, ensuring optimal dosing and minimizing side effects. For instance, insulin pumps for diabetes management deliver insulin based on continuous glucose monitoring, maintaining blood sugar levels within a targeted range. Such closed-loop systems exemplify how feedback control enhances treatment precision and efficacy. Another significant application is in the field of radiotherapy for cancer treatment. Modern radiotherapy devices use cybernetic principles to precisely target cancerous tissues while sparing healthy surrounding tissues. Real-time imaging and adaptive planning allow these systems to adjust radiation doses dynamically based on tumor movement and changes in patient anatomy. This adaptability not only improves treatment effectiveness, but also reduces the risk of collateral damage to healthy tissues. The use of robotic surgery systems further illustrates the impact of cybernetics in treatment. Robotic-assisted surgeries, such as those performed with the Da Vinci surgical system, offer enhanced precision, flexibility, and control compared to traditional surgical methods. These systems provide surgeons with real-time feedback, high-definition 3D visualization, and the ability to make precise movements through small incisions. The integration of cybernetic feedback loops allows for immediate adjustments during surgery, leading to improved outcomes and faster recovery times for patients. Cybernetic models are also central to the development of personalized medicine. By analyzing genetic, environmental, and lifestyle data, cybernetic systems can tailor treatments to individual patients' needs. This approach is particularly effective in managing complex diseases like cancer, where treatments can be customized based on the genetic profile of the tumor. Personalized medicine leverages machine learning algorithms to predict how patients will respond to different treatments, optimizing therapeutic strategies and minimizing adverse effects. Telemedicine and remote patient monitoring are other areas where cybernetic principles have made a significant impact. These technologies enable continuous monitoring and management of patients outside traditional clinical settings. Real-time data transmission and feedback loops allow healthcare providers to monitor patients' conditions, adjust treatments, and provide timely interventions remotely. This capability is especially valuable for managing chronic diseases, reducing hospital readmissions, and improving access to healthcare in underserved areas. In conclusion, the application of cybernetic principles in diagnostics and treatment has revolutionized modern medicine, enhancing the precision, efficiency, and personalization of healthcare. Through real-time feedback systems, advanced data analysis, and adaptive algorithms, medical devices and procedures have become more effective in detecting and treating diseases. As technology continues to evolve, the integration of cybernetics in medicine promises to bring further innovations, improving patient outcomes, and transforming the healthcare landscape. The ongoing advancements in this field underscore the importance of interdisciplinary collaboration and the continuous pursuit of knowledge to address the complex challenges of modern healthcare. Feedback control in medical therapies. The integration of feedback control in medical therapies represents a groundbreaking advancement in the precision and effectiveness of treatment modalities. Feedback control systems utilize real-time data to monitor patient responses and adjust therapeutic interventions accordingly, ensuring that treatments are optimized for each individual's unique physiological condition. This approach not only enhances the efficacy of therapies, but also minimizes side effects and improves patient outcomes. One of the most prominent applications of feedback control in medical therapies is in the management of diabetes through insulin pumps. These devices continuously monitor blood glucose levels and adjust the delivery of insulin in response to the detected glucose concentrations. By maintaining blood glucose levels within a target range, insulin pumps reduce the risk of complications associated with diabetes, such as hyperglycemia and hypoglycemia. This closed-loop system exemplifies how feedback control can personalize treatment, providing more stable and controlled management of the disease. Cardiac care has also greatly benefited from feedback control mechanisms, particularly in the use of pacemakers and defibrillators. Modern pacemakers are equipped with sensors that monitor the heart's electrical activity and adjust the pacing rate to maintain an appropriate heart rhythm. This real-time adjustment ensures that the heart functions efficiently, adapting to the varying demands of the body during rest and activity. Similarly, implantable cardioverter defibrillators, ICDs, continuously monitor heart rhythms and deliver corrective shocks if life-threatening arrhythmias are detected. The feedback control in these devices is crucial for preventing sudden cardiac death and managing arrhythmic conditions effectively. In the realm of oncology, feedback control is employed in advanced radiotherapy techniques. Image-guided radiotherapy, IGRT, and intensity-modulated radiotherapy, IMRT, use real-time imaging to monitor tumor position and shape during treatment. This feedback allows for precise targeting of the tumor while minimizing exposure to surrounding healthy tissues. Adaptive radiotherapy further refines this process by adjusting the treatment plan based on changes in the tumor size and position over the course of treatment. These techniques demonstrate the critical role of feedback control in enhancing the accuracy and effectiveness of cancer treatments. Neurostimulation therapies also utilize feedback control to treat neurological disorders. Deep brain stimulation, DBS, is a prime example, where electrodes implanted in specific brain regions deliver electrical impulses to modulate abnormal neural activity. Feedback systems in DBS devices monitor brain signals and adjust stimulation parameters to achieve the desired therapeutic effect. This adaptability is essential for treating conditions such as Parkinson's disease, where symptoms can vary widely among patients and over time. The field of rehabilitation medicine has seen significant advancements through the application of feedback control in robotic exoskeletons and prosthetics. These devices assist individuals with mobility impairments by providing support and enhancing movement. Sensors embedded in the exoskeleton or prosthetic limb gather data on the user's movements and provide feedback to adjust the assistance provided. This real-time adaptation improves the user's mobility and comfort, facilitating more natural and effective rehabilitation. In conclusion, the integration of feedback control in medical therapies represents a paradigm shift in healthcare, enabling more personalized, precise, and adaptive treatments. From insulin pumps and cardiac devices to advanced radiotherapy and neurostimulation therapies, feedback control systems optimize therapeutic interventions based on real-time patient data. These advancements not only enhance the effectiveness of treatments, but also improve patient safety and quality of life. As technology continues to evolve, the application of feedback control in medicine will undoubtedly expand, offering new possibilities for managing complex medical conditions and advancing the frontiers of patient care. Future directions in medical cybernetics. The future directions in medical cybernetics are poised to revolutionize healthcare by integrating advanced technologies, artificial intelligence, and bioengineering to create more sophisticated and personalized medical solutions. As we look ahead, several promising trends and innovations are emerging that will shape the landscape of medical cybernetics, enhancing both diagnostics and treatments. One of the most exciting areas of development is the continued advancement of artificial intelligence and machine learning in medical applications. AI algorithms are becoming increasingly adept at analyzing vast amounts of medical data to identify patterns and make predictions. These capabilities will enhance diagnostic accuracy, enabling earlier detection of diseases and more precise treatment plans. For instance, AI can analyze imaging data to detect early signs of cancer that might be missed by the human eye, or it can predict patient outcomes based on historical data and ongoing health metrics. Another significant direction is the development of more advanced and integrated wearable devices. These devices will not only monitor vital signs, but also provide real-time feedback and even administer treatments. For example, future wearable devices could continuously monitor blood glucose levels and administer insulin as needed, or they could detect cardiac events and automatically alert emergency services. The integration of these devices with telemedicine platforms will enable continuous patient monitoring and management from anywhere in the world, making healthcare more accessible and responsive. Bioprinting and regenerative medicine are also set to transform medical cybernetics. Bioprinting technology allows for the creation of complex tissue structures using a patient's own cells, which can be used to repair or replace damaged tissues and organs. This advancement holds the potential to address organ shortages and improve the outcomes of transplant surgeries. Furthermore, regenerative medicine techniques, such as stem cell therapy, can be combined with cybernetic devices to enhance their functionality and promote healing. The field of neurocybernetics is making significant strides, particularly in the development of brain-computer interfaces, BCIs. BCIs enable direct communication between the brain and external devices, offering new possibilities for treating neurological disorders and enhancing human capabilities. These interfaces can help restore movement in individuals with paralysis, improve cognitive function in patients with brain injuries, and even augment human abilities by providing new ways to interact with technology. Robotic surgery systems will continue to evolve, becoming more precise and versatile. Future robotic systems will incorporate AI to assist surgeons in complex procedures, providing real-time analysis and feedback to enhance surgical precision. These systems will be able to perform minimally invasive surgeries with greater accuracy, reducing recovery times and improving patient outcomes. The integration of cybernetics with genomics and personalized medicine will enable treatments that are tailored to the genetic makeup of individual patients. By understanding the genetic basis of diseases, researchers can develop targeted therapies that are more effective and have fewer side effects. This approach will revolutionize the treatment of conditions such as cancer, where personalized therapies can target specific genetic mutations within tumors. In conclusion, the future of medical cybernetics is bright, with numerous innovations on the horizon that promise to enhance the way we diagnose, treat, and manage health conditions. The integration of AI, wearable technology, bioprinting, neurocybernetics, robotic surgery, and personalized medicine will create a more responsive, precise, and personalized healthcare system. As these technologies continue to develop and converge, they will bring about a new era in medicine, improving the quality of life for patients and advancing our understanding of human health and disease. Brain-computer interfaces, BCIs. Overview of BCI technology. The realm of brain-computer interface technology has made significant strides, positioning itself at the forefront of both scientific inquiry and practical application. BCIs enable direct communication between the brain and external devices, allowing for the control of computers, prosthetics, and other technologies through neural signals. This technology operates by recording brain activity, decoding these signals into commands, and executing the desired action with the connected device. At the core of BCI technology is the process of acquiring and interpreting brain signals. These signals are typically captured using electroencephalography, EEG, which measures electrical activity along the scalp. Other methods, such as functional magnetic resonance imaging, fMRI, and electrocorticography, ECOG, offer higher resolution but are more invasive. Once the neural signals are acquired, sophisticated algorithms process and decode the data to understand the user's intentions. The applications of BCIs are vast and varied, ranging from medical uses to enhancing human capabilities. In the medical field, BCIs have been instrumental in restoring communication and mobility to individuals with severe motor impairments. For example, patients with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, or spinal cord injuries can use BCIs to control computer cursors, type messages, and even operate wheelchairs. These interfaces provide a new avenue for independence and improve the quality of life for individuals with disabilities. Beyond medical applications, BCIs are exploring the potential to augment human capabilities. Researchers are investigating how BCIs can enhance cognitive functions, such as memory and attention, or provide new ways of interacting with technology. The integration of BCIs with virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality, AR systems, opens new possibilities for immersive experiences and intuitive control mechanisms. In the realm of entertainment, BCIs could revolutionize how we interact with video games and other digital media. The development of BCIs also raises important ethical and societal considerations. Issues of privacy and security are paramount, as the technology involves direct access to neural data. Ensuring that these systems are secure from hacking and misuse is critical. Additionally, there are questions about the implications of enhanced cognitive and physical abilities, and how society will adapt to these advancements. Addressing these concerns is essential to the responsible development and deployment of BCI technology. The future of BCI technology looks promising, with ongoing advancements in signal processing, machine learning, and neural engineering, researchers are continually improving the accuracy and usability of BCIs, striving to make the technology more accessible and effective. As these systems become more refined, they have the potential to transform numerous aspects of human life, from healthcare and rehabilitation to communication and entertainment. In conclusion, BCI technology represents a remarkable convergence of neuroscience, engineering, and computer science. By enabling direct communication between the brain and external devices, BCIs offer unprecedented opportunities for restoring function, enhancing capabilities, and creating new forms of interaction. As research and development continue to advance, the impact of BCIs on society is likely to grow, heralding a new era of human-machine integration. The ongoing exploration of BCI technology promises to unlock new frontiers in our understanding of the brain and its interaction with the world around us. Early research and development. Early research and development in the field of brain-computer interfaces, BCIs, laid the foundation for the advanced systems we see today. Initial explorations into BCIs began in the mid-20th century, driven by a desire to understand the brain's electrical activity and its potential for controlling external devices. These early studies were influenced by advancements in neurophysiology and cybernetics, with researchers aiming to decipher the complex signals generated by the brain. One of the pioneers in this area was Dr. Gray Walter, who in the 1950s conducted experiments using electroencephalography, EEG, to measure brain activity. Walter's work demonstrated that specific patterns of brain waves could be associated with different mental states and actions. This discovery spurred further interest in using EEG to develop communication channels between the brain and machines. The 1960s and 1970s saw significant progress in the understanding of neural signals and the development of technologies to capture these signals more accurately. Researchers began to experiment with invasive techniques, such as implanting electrodes directly into the brain to achieve better signal resolution. These invasive methods provided clearer insights into the brain's functioning, but also presented ethical and practical challenges. A landmark achievement came in the 1970s when Dr. Jacques Vidal coined the term brain-computer interface and conducted experiments demonstrating the feasibility of direct brain-to-computer communication. Vidal's work focused on using non-invasive EEG methods to allow subjects to control a computer cursor, marking one of the first successful demonstrations of a BCI system. The following decades saw the refinement of both invasive and non-invasive BCI technologies. Invasive BCIs, often involving microelectrode arrays implanted in the brain, provided high-resolution data and greater control capabilities. These systems showed promise in restoring movement to paralyzed individuals by bypassing damaged neural pathways. Non-invasive BCIs, relying on EEG, fMRI, and other imaging techniques, advanced in parallel, offering safer and more accessible options for users. By the late 1990s and early 2000s, BCI research had expanded into clinical applications. Notable projects included efforts to develop BCIs for communication in patients with locked-in syndrome, a condition where individuals are conscious but unable to move or speak. These systems enabled patients to communicate through brain signals alone, significantly improving their quality of life. Throughout this period, advances in computer science, signal processing, and machine learning played a crucial role in enhancing BCI systems. Improved algorithms allowed for better interpretation of neural signals, making BCIs more reliable and effective. Researchers also began to explore the use of BCIs for cognitive enhancement, virtual reality interfaces, and other innovative applications. The early research and development phase of BCIs laid the groundwork for the sophisticated systems we have today, demonstrating the potential of direct brain-machine communication and opening new avenues for both medical and non-medical applications. As technology continues to evolve, the foundational work of these early pioneers remains a critical reference point for ongoing advancements in the field. Cybernetic models of brain function. The development of cybernetic models of brain function has been pivotal in advancing our understanding of neural processes and their applications in technology and medicine. These models aim to replicate the brain's intricate mechanisms of information processing, feedback control, and adaptation, providing insights into how the brain operates and interacts with its environment. One of the foundational aspects of cybernetic models is the representation of neural circuits as systems of interconnected neurons that communicate via electrical and chemical signals. This approach allows researchers to simulate the dynamic interactions within the brain, enabling the study of various cognitive and motor functions. By modeling these neural networks, scientists can explore how the brain processes sensory inputs, makes decisions, and generates motor outputs. A key area of focus in cybernetic modeling is the feedback mechanisms that regulate brain activity. Feedback loops are crucial for maintaining homeostasis and ensuring that the brain responds appropriately to external stimuli. For example, the brain's ability to modulate sensory input based on past experiences and current context is a result of intricate feedback processes. These mechanisms help the brain filter relevant information, enhance perception, and coordinate complex behaviors. Another important aspect of cybernetic models is the incorporation of plasticity, which refers to the brain's ability to reorganize and adapt in response to experience and learning. Synaptic plasticity, the strengthening or weakening of synapses based on neural activity, is a fundamental process underlying learning and memory. Cybernetic models that incorporate plasticity provide valuable insights into how experiences shape neural circuits and influence behavior over time. The application of cybernetic principles extends to the development of artificial neural networks, which are inspired by biological neural networks. These artificial systems mimic the structure and function of the brain's neural networks, enabling machines to perform tasks such as pattern recognition, decision-making, and problem-solving. By studying the similarities and differences between biological and artificial neural networks, researchers can improve the design of intelligent systems and enhance their performance. In medicine, cybernetic models of brain function are instrumental in developing advanced diagnostic and therapeutic tools. For instance, brain-computer interfaces, BCIs, rely on accurate models of neural activity to decode brain signals and translate them into commands for external devices. These interfaces have applications in neurorehabilitation, allowing individuals with motor impairments to control prosthetic limbs or communicate through thought alone. Moreover, understanding the cybernetic principles of brain function has implications for treating neurological disorders. Models that simulate abnormal neural activity can help identify potential targets for intervention and guide the development of treatments, such as deep brain stimulation, DBS. By modulating specific brain regions, DBS can alleviate symptoms of conditions like Parkinson's disease and epilepsy, improving patients' quality of life. In conclusion, cybernetic models of brain function have significantly advanced our understanding of the brain's complex processes and their applications in technology and medicine. By replicating the brain's mechanisms of information processing, feedback control, and adaptation, these models provide valuable insights into neural function and dysfunction. The ongoing development of these models promises to enhance our ability to diagnose and treat neurological disorders, as well as to create more sophisticated artificial intelligence systems that can emulate human cognition and behavior. As research progresses, the integration of cybernetic principles into neuroscience and technology will continue to drive innovation and improve outcomes in both fields. Applications in medicine and beyond. The exploration of cybernetic applications in medicine and beyond has led to transformative advancements in healthcare, engineering, and various other fields. These innovations are rooted in the principles of feedback control, adaptive systems, and real-time data processing, enabling significant improvements in diagnosis, treatment, and human-machine interaction. One of the most profound impacts of cybernetic technology is evident in medical diagnostics. Advanced imaging systems, such as MRI and CT scans, enhanced by machine learning algorithms, provide high-resolution images that enable early detection and accurate diagnosis of diseases. These systems utilize feedback loops to adjust imaging parameters in real time, ensuring optimal image quality and reducing the risk of misdiagnosis. Additionally, wearable health monitors continuously track vital signs and physiological parameters, alerting both patients and healthcare providers to potential health issues before they become critical. This real-time monitoring and feedback significantly improve disease management and patient outcomes. In therapeutic applications, cybernetic principles have led to the development of intelligent drug delivery systems. These systems can automatically adjust medication dosages based on real-time physiological data, ensuring that patients receive the correct amount of medication at the right time. Insulin pumps for diabetes management are a prime example, where continuous glucose monitoring informs the precise administration of insulin, maintaining blood sugar levels within a healthy range and minimizing complications. Robotic surgery systems, another application of cybernetics, have revolutionized surgical procedures. These systems provide surgeons with enhanced precision, flexibility, and control, allowing for minimally invasive operations that reduce recovery times and improve surgical outcomes. The integration of real-time imaging and robotic assistance ensures that surgeries are conducted with unparalleled accuracy, benefiting both surgeons and patients. Beyond medicine, cybernetic models have found applications in various industries. In manufacturing, automated systems use feedback control to maintain optimal production conditions and ensure product quality. These systems adapt to changes in the production environment, such as fluctuations in temperature or humidity, ensuring consistent output and reducing waste. In the realm of environmental monitoring, cybernetic systems help manage and protect natural resources. Real-time data from sensors deployed in forests, oceans, and urban areas provide critical information about environmental conditions. This data is used to control pollution levels, manage water resources, and predict natural disasters, contributing to sustainable development and environmental conservation. Moreover, the integration of cybernetic principles into artificial intelligence and machine learning has paved the way for the development of autonomous systems capable of learning and adapting to their environments. These systems, ranging from self-driving cars to intelligent personal assistants, enhance human capabilities and improve efficiency in daily tasks. In conclusion, the application of cybernetic models extends far beyond traditional boundaries, impacting medicine, industry, environmental management, and artificial intelligence. The continuous evolution of these technologies promises to further enhance our ability to diagnose, treat, and interact with the world, driving progress and innovation across multiple domains. The principles of feedback control, real-time data processing, and adaptive systems will remain central to these advancements, shaping the future of technology and its applications in society. Ethical considerations and future prospects. The rapid advancement of cybernetic technologies brings with it a host of ethical considerations and future prospects that require careful contemplation and responsible management. As cybernetics increasingly intersects with various aspects of human life, from medical applications to artificial intelligence, it is essential to address the ethical implications to ensure these technologies are developed and utilized for the greater good. One of the foremost ethical concerns is privacy. Cybernetic systems, particularly those involving brain-computer interfaces and wearable health monitors, collect vast amounts of sensitive data. This data includes neural activity, physiological parameters, and personal health information, all of which need to be protected from unauthorized access and misuse. Ensuring robust data security and establishing clear guidelines on data ownership and consent are critical to maintaining user trust and safeguarding privacy. The potential for inequality is another significant ethical issue. Access to advanced cybernetic technologies may be limited by socioeconomic factors, leading to disparities in who can benefit from these innovations. This inequality could exacerbate existing social divides, with privileged individuals gaining enhanced capabilities and improved health outcomes, while others are left behind. Addressing this issue requires policies and initiatives aimed at making these technologies accessible to a broader population, ensuring that their benefits are distributed equitably. The integration of artificial intelligence with cybernetic systems also raises questions about autonomy and control. As AI becomes more capable, there is a risk that human agency could be diminished, with decisions increasingly being made by algorithms rather than individuals. This scenario necessitates a careful balance between leveraging AI for its advantages and preserving human oversight and decision-making power. Transparent AI systems that allow users to understand and influence the decision-making process are essential for maintaining this balance. Moreover, the enhancement of human capabilities through cybernetic technologies brings up ethical dilemmas related to identity and what it means to be human. As individuals augment their physical and cognitive abilities with artificial enhancements, society must grapple with the implications for personal identity and the potential for a divide between augmented and non-augmented individuals. These enhancements could lead to new forms of social stratification and challenge existing notions of equality and fairness. Looking to the future, the prospects for cybernetic technologies are vast and varied. Continued advancements in brain-computer interfaces could lead to more seamless integration between humans and machines, enabling new forms of communication, learning, and interaction. In medicine, cybernetics could revolutionize treatment approaches, with personalized therapies that adapt in real time to the patient's needs, significantly improving outcomes. In environmental management, cybernetic systems could enhance our ability to monitor and respond to ecological changes, promoting sustainability and conservation efforts. Additionally, the development of autonomous systems, such as self-driving cars and intelligent infrastructure, holds the promise of increased efficiency and safety in various aspects of daily life. However, realizing these future prospects requires a commitment to ethical development and deployment. Stakeholders, including researchers, policymakers, and the public, must engage in ongoing dialogue to address the ethical challenges and ensure that cybernetic technologies are used responsibly and equitably. By fostering an inclusive and transparent approach, society can harness the potential of cybernetics to enhance human capabilities and address some of the most pressing challenges of our time. In conclusion, the ethical considerations and future prospects of cybernetic technologies are deeply intertwined. As we navigate this rapidly evolving landscape, it is crucial to prioritize ethical principles that protect privacy, promote equality, preserve human autonomy, and ensure responsible development. By doing so, we can unlock the full potential of cybernetics to improve lives and create a more equitable and sustainable future.